What's up, you guys? Why Forbes.com and the big brands are becoming more and more important for Bittorrent and why they're starting to make an appearance. Going to get into that. First, some crypto news. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're new and you don't want to miss out on insights that could potentially make you money, not investment advice, just my opinion, hit the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button. Let's get into it now. So the previous video should be the previous video, depending on when I post this. If not 2 videos prior, I talked about how NFTs and actual physical museums are going to become more relevant because of people being so used to spending their time on social media that they're going to need some social space where NFT space, cyberspace, and the real space and the metaverse all meet into one. So there's an article here, Museums in the Metaverse, How Web3 Technology Can Help Historical Sites. Historical site metaverses may become new business models for tourism, and they may rewrite history in the process. Metaverse events at ancient and historical sites could soon shape up to be an alternative future for tourism. Owners of physical castles and villas who have drafted up augmented reality blueprints of their properties think their ambitious plans to attract visitors in the metaverse will work. As virtual events can help them pay for the hefty mainstream bills for their aging properties and also offer a chance to change historical narratives, the metaverse tourism model was expedited by downturns in tourism brought about by COVID-19, but the industry may have already been heading that way. True. Currently, major metaverse platforms are clunky, they're difficult to use, and they're waiting for more real estate development, but firms are concentrating on what could be. Brands seem to be entering the metaverse en masse just for PR bragging rights. So it seems the possibility of learning existing new and revised histories through the metaverse is not so remote. Non-fungible castles, villas, and chateaus. I'm going to get into the Forbes.com, Bittorrent, and Tron importance and connection soon. Michelle Choi, founder at 3.0 Labs, a Web3 venture lab, turned to digital opportunities to finance and upkeep of physical paintings, such as selling non-fungible tokens or NFTs as fundraisers to preserve illiquid assets. I just had a thought and it threw me off track. So Choi was a product manager at Google when he noticed a downturn in museum tourism due to COVID-19. Seeing it as an opportunity for future metaverses, she subsequently quit her job and started her own metaverse experiments. Now, a lot of you may say, listen, if I'm a hodler in BitTorrent, what do I care about all this nonsense? Why are you talking about this? Because if you can understand the industry better, where it's going in terms of NFTs, for one, it's going to make your journey in BitTorrent much more enjoyable, because you're going to be able to branch out your thinking and see not just where things are, but where they're headed. And when you are able to see this, you may buy a lot more, which could potentially, hypothetically, make you a lot more in the future. And not so distant future, mind you. But if you're only looking at things surface deep and you look at something like what I'm talking about today and you say, what does it matter? You're making a very big mistake. You're taking money out of your own pocket, in my opinion. So, Choi was a product manager at Google when he noticed a downturn in museum tourism due to COVID-19, seeing it as an opportunity for future metaverses. She subsequently quit her job and started her own metaverse experiments. She began by working with a team to launch Non-Fungible Castle, an NFT exhibition and auction at Lobkowitz Palace, a real-life castle in Prague. Held in October 2021, the event saw NFTs displayed next to 500-year-old paintings and had the goal to broaden accessibility to culture and heritage. I hadn't read this article when I made the previous video, by the way. I had no idea. The launch raised enough to cover the restoration. That should show you something about my vision, right? Of all urgent projects at the property, motivated by this proof of concept, Choi and 3.0 Labs are now busily curating metaverse tourism experiences globally. With the broader mission of making, I'm going to get to the Forbes.com in a second, BitTorrent and TRX connection. With the broader mission of making Web3 accessible to all users, 3.0 Labs is already incubating an array of Web3 projects ranging from NFTs to decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs within its metaverse vertical. Talking about DAOs, I think is a great time to get into Forbes.com and what I'm actually talking about. Are real economies ready for DAOs? So look, remember I've been telling you the big brands are starting to talk more and more, and TRX is coming out of the shadows, out of the woodwork, and thus Bittorrent too, because they're forever connected like Siamese twins. Forbes.com is huge. When do they ever talk about Tron? Watch this. Fabian Friedrich is a series founder and visionary. He is the CEO of Blockchance, one of the largest blockchain conferences in all of Europe. As big as the small players are moving fast into the space of decentralized autonomous organizations, the foundations of Web3 and the metaverse, the question that many ask is, are we moving too fast for real economies to follow? The latest in a string of DAO creations, the Tron network, completed full decentralization in December 2020 and has now transitioned into a full DAO. The 3-year-old Tron blockchain with over 75 million accounts is now probably the world's biggest DAO, marketing a new era of full decentralization. The biggest thing that a lot of people don't realize is that until you are fully decentralized, not dependent on human but only on machine, you are not really the epitome of what the whole point of the blockchain is. Tron has taken a big step and beaten almost everyone in existing in this direction, and Forbes has recognized this. So things are moving fast in the world of DAOs, so fast that regulators and investors struggle to follow. True. Many DAOs are being created by the day, with Tron being one example of many. What makes it stand out is the sheer size of it. Tron may, however, struggle to overcome the same challenges as any other DAO independent of its size. What's the single biggest thing important on the internet? Size of audience. What does Tron have? Huge audience. Huge, massive audience. What does that mean? It means that they have a very big space in cyberspace, and they are able to then take the right way to get to maximizing the profits. Bittorrent will be able to tap into this, we'll call it lead source, which makes them forever connected, and one can complement the other with products and services that they provide to one another. It's the perfect synergy. It's a raving, big, massive, screaming monster, and the screams are starting to get heard. That's why Forbes is talking about Tron. DAOs are the latest evolutionary step in blockchain technology. They are organizational structures whose rules and governance are encoded on a decentralized blockchain. I am not going to cover the whole article. I would love it if you would go to Forbes.com and check it out. Hit the bell, subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. I hope this finds you healthy and happy as usual, and I will see you on the next video.